UFC 326, Charles Oliveira versus Max Holloway 2 just took place, and it was one of the most pathetic pieces of dog shit that I've ever experienced in my life. So I'm going to hurry up and go through all these prelims so I can get to my main card reaction, okay? Luke Fernandez versus Rodolfo Bellato. Decent, great start to the card, actually. Early prelim opener ended in a KO. Luke Fernandez was supposed to be this high-level grappler, I guess. He's shit at grappling. He could barely clinch. Rodolfo Bellato couldn't get a takedown. Ended up getting knocked out on the feet by Rodolfo Bellato via a short check left hook that barely looked like it had any pop to it, and Bellato didn't even really have to follow up. Moving on though, shitter. Rafael Tobias versus Dayar Nurgazai. Sorry. Shitter. Two plotty light heavyweights to Rafael Tobias is the plottiest light heavyweight I might have ever seen in my life. Dayar, however you say his name, this fat fuck right here was piecing Tobias up on the feet, landing at will. He was landing good kicks. He was landing good outside low kicks, landing great front kicks to the body. He just completely outclassed Rafael Tobias. The only thing about it is it was, apart from it being shit, Nurgazai, however you say it, Nurgazai, he was prying at his face after every strike, after everything that happened in the round. How Diego Lopez has his tick, his childhood injury, that's like when he grabs at his neck, how Dustin Poirier pulls up his shorts. This motherfucker would throw a punch and pry at his eye. And I know subconsciously that has to fuck with your opponent. I know it is, because there's like, oh, I just hit him with an eye strike. The referee's looking like, what the fuck is going on? And even on the commentary, they're like, bro, he keeps prying at his eye. He clearly has a tick. And it's a bit of a cheeky, dirty, cheesy tick, if I do say so myself. I know my opinion might not fucking matter, but this sport is dog shit anyway, so my opinion matters more than anybody else's right now. Moving on. Sumer Duragi versus Jesus Aguilar. Stupidest mismatch I've ever seen. Sumer Duragi is 5'10", 5'9", and Jesus Aguilar is at the absolute tallest, 5'4". He has zero grappling, Jesus Aguilar, and there's a 4 to 5 to 6 inch height differential with a 10-inch reach advantage for Sumer Duragi. Why was this fight booked? Sumer Duragi was landing at will against Jesus Aguilar. Jesus Aguilar couldn't land anything. I don't know where they're getting 42 significant strikes from. Kicks were big for Sumer Duragi. The range was good. He was literally landing combinations at will. It was a pretty boring shit fight because you could tell from the get-go, Sumer Duragi was leaps and bounds better than Jesus Aguilar. And if he wanted to push a pace and finish the fight, he could have, but he chose to get a shitty 30-27 bitch boy decision. In the last 15 seconds, they decided to stand down and throw punches at each other. And Sumer Duragi fucking pieced up Jesus Aguilar. He landed literally like 10 strikes in a 10-second span, and he was wobbling Jesus Aguilar, showing that he could have done that the entire fight, but he chose to fight like a pussy and didn't do it. So another shitter. 2 of 3 shitters so far. You see the trend? Cody Durden versus Tumen Dembarel. Another fucking shitter. Cody Durden should be cut from the sport. This was a shitter. I'm not going over it. Ricky Tercios versus Alberto Montez. Great debut for Alberto Montez. Ricky Tercios started off the fight. He's very weird. He started off completely out of range, feinting, like doing these big Hulk smash stomps from about 3 feet away. Literally not in range at all, but he was like feinting super hard and acting like he was going to do shit. For what, I don't know. Alberto Montez was composed. He was landing good shots. Ricky Tercios was landing glancing shots. I don't know how he landed 36 shots. I don't believe that at all. But Alberto Montez took a little while to get comfortable on the feet. Second round starts. Well, Alberto Montez clearly won the first round, I should say. Second round, Alberto Montez is just piecing Ricky Tercios up on the feet. He's landing question mark kicks that are just glancing the guard and shit like that. And then Ricky Tercios shoots an awful double leg, or he tries to shoot in for a takedown. Alberto Montez sprawls it, and that's his position. If you sprawl him in that way and he has north-south, he's going to get you in a guillotine or a Darce. He's done that multiple times on the regional scene. He locked up a Darce or an anaconda choke and put Ricky Tercios to sleep in a matter of 5 seconds. So great debut for Alberto Montez. The only light of the card outside of the 2 fights on the main card. Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. Dante Johnson is shit. He's dog shit. Cody Brundage, as we already know, is absolute dog shit. But he took this fight on 4 days' notice. I want to say 5 days. Dante Johnson is supposed to be this hype middleweight prospect. He just got a big win over Cedric Dumas in his last fight. He was a minus 800 favorite. He was supposed to come out here and dust up Cody Brundage in 3 seconds, and he did not. He fights like a hood rat who has no fighting ability, he fights like a female hood rat who grabs bitches' hairs and shit in there. He's literally walking towards Cody Brundage like this and like throwing strikes like this. Fucking dog shit display, a horrible display of fighting from Dante Johnson. Should have slept Cody Brundage out cold in the first fucking 14 seconds of the fight. Not even that. They touch gloves. Dante Johnson swings. Cody Brundage takes him down. They spend the entire round on the ground. Cody Brundage round. Round 2, it's more that gay ass walking forward. Horrible striking entries. Standing straight upright, just basically walking towards Cody Brundage. Not doing anything skillful. Just complete and utter dog shit. I don't know where the UFC finds these weak fuckers at. I don't know where the UFC finds these fuckers at. Cody Garbrandt versus Zhao Long. Funniest, stupidest fight of all fucking time, okay? Round 1, shitter. Round 2, shitter. Round 3 is where all the bullshit begins. Zhao Long is clearly winning the fight against Cody Garbrandt in rounds 1 and 2. There's no moment for Cody Garbrandt that you can even say. You can't give Cody Garbrandt anything in this fight. He landed 28 total strikes. Round 1, he landed 10 and got double the strikes here. I don't know how they gave him this fight. But round 3, Zhao Long ends up kneeing Cody Garbrandt in the balls twice. And on the second go, he makes Cody Garbrandt throw up. Cody Garbrandt's getting his timeout. He's fucking throwing up in a bucket. Never seen before. Cody Garbrandt is throwing up in a bucket during his timeout that he gets. That ends. There's a big moment where Cody Garbrandt's like, "Fuck yeah, I'm all right. You gonna need me in my balls? Let's go. We gonna stand here. We gonna trade." He's getting himself fired up and shit, and they run at each other like they're about to throw down. There's 3 minutes left in this third round. They're running at each other. They're throwing bullshit. They get in the clinch, and he knees Cody Garbrandt in the balls twice. So the ref takes a point again. Herb Dean takes a point away from him. And Cody Garbrandt, like the pussy bitch he is, decides, damn, 2 points taken away? I'm up in this round. I'm going to just scurry on the back foot and not do anything. And that's what he did for the rest of the 2 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock. Scurried on the back foot, didn't throw not one strike. I would be shocked. He landed 10 total strikes out of 28. If there's over 10 right now, I'm a bitch in this third round. 11, I'm a stupid bitch. 11 significant strikes thrown in that third round, and all of them were in that flurry. He's shit. Cody Garbrandt is shit. I don't know how they gave him that. It was such a clear Zhao Long first and second round. And that last round was clear for him too, because Cody Garbrandt didn't do anything. He decided to run on the back foot and, I guess, cruise to a decision that he should have lost. It should have been 28-27. Zhao Long won the first 2. Round 3, they took 2 points away, and Zhao Long won that round. So it should have been a 9-8, and it should have been 20 fucking math. It should have been 28-27 for Zhao Long. I don't know how they gave Cody Garbrandt the fight, but both of these retards, they fucking suck. Moving on. Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. Finally, we got some light on the card. Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira was a rematch. And as you can see here, it ended in 1 minute and 47 seconds with 2 strikes landed apiece. There was nothing to this fight. I want to say the first strike that Gregory Rodriguez threw and landed was the shot that KO'd Bruno Ferreira. Gregory Rodriguez took the back foot in this fight. Bruno Ferreira was on the front foot. And basically, they didn't really throw much. They were just kind of being patient with each other, feinting at range. And Bruno Ferreira, Bruno Ferreira stupidly switched stances from, I think he was southpaw and switched to orthodox. Because he was orthodox, switched to southpaw, and Gregory just landed a 2 right down the pipe and put Bruno Ferreira out cold with 1 shot. Didn't even need a follow-up. He slept him, and Bruno Ferreira is literally just staring at the ceiling like this with his arm up in the air. And the ref, I'm glad the ref stops the fight. Great win for Gregory Rodriguez. Give him Fluffy. Let him take out Fluffy's garbage self. Moving on. Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. The only other light on this card. There were literally 3 lights of the card. Michael Johnson, Drew Dober, Bruno Ferreira, Gregory Rodriguez, and Ricky Tercios, Alberto Montes were the only good things about this card. And there were, 14 fights on the card maybe? But anyway, Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Hold on, I got to yawn again from this shithole. Bruno Ferreira versus Michael Johnson was a good, decent scrap. On the feet early in round 1, it's clear that Michael Johnson has the advantage. He has the speed advantage. They're both southpaw, so Michael Johnson was landing like a nice inside low kick to a hard stiff jab. That was really fucking good. Drew Dober was landing somewhat on the first round, but not really. Michael Johnson, it was his first round to lose. He was clearly the faster fighter, clearly better in the pocket, clearly better with the kicks. Drew Dober would throw like a wheel kick, and it would just not be anywhere near Michael Johnson. Like, Michael Johnson clearly won round 1 with landing the better shots. Round 2, Drew Dober is starting to get the read of Michael Johnson. You can see it. Everyone can see it. They said it on the commentary. And I'm like, yeah, Michael Johnson's going to get hit by a shot at some point. And he doesn't have the best chin. But Drew Dober was getting reads. He was entering the pocket better. And he landed a perfect right straight down the pocket. And basically flatline KO'd Michael Johnson. The memes go on for forever. Drew Dober hates black people. Give him Jalen Turner next. Moving on, though. Fuck. Holy fuck. I'm gonna go to sleep right now. Rob Font versus Paul Rosas Jr. The biggest shitter of the night. Paul Rosas should be cut from the sport. He's literally only got a fan base because he's fucking hideous. He's one of the ugliest human beings on the planet Earth. That's the only reason he has a fan base. That's the only reason they try to push him. He's dog shit at fighting. He has a horrible style. All he does is just half guard camp and try to fake backpack people. He's not Aljamain Sterling. He's not Islam Makhachev. He's not anyone good. He fucking sucks. And Rob Font should just call it a career. He's 40 years old. He did have a really good jab, but he looks slow as fuck. The entire first round was basically spent on the feet. Outside of the last minute and a half, it was spent with Rob Font trying to get to Paul Rosas, and he was throwing the slowest overhands, he was throwing the slowest hooks, and it led to him getting taken down. And what happened after he got taken down? He kept trying to get up with the same omoplata that he's been using for 10 fucking years in the UFC. He tries to get up with the omoplata, and when he can't do that, he just doesn't get up. And Paul Rosas does nothing on the ground at all. All he does is camp in half guard. And that's what happened for the last 3 rounds. I want this fucker. I'm putting a $110 bounty on his head. I fucking hate Paul Rosas with all my might and joy. I love Christian Rodriguez for beating this weak motherfucker and showing him that there's levels. So now he's ranked number 13 in the UFC in bantamweight. Bantamweight's shit. So I don't know what they're going to do now. Give him Cheeto maybe or something. But he's dog shit. He's going to get shown levels once he moves up. But he's horrible. He's a horrible watch. He's a piece of shit. He's ugly as fuck. And I'm glad Joe Rogan didn't give him the opportunity to do Chiwiwis because he's fucking hideous. Moving on. Caio Borralho versus Reinier de Ridder, our co-main event in the Big 2026. Another shitter. Round 1 was really fun, though. Caio Borralho was doing well with low kicks. They're both southpaws. Reinier de Ridder is a horrible striker. Caio Borralho is pretty underrated, too. Or overrated, too, I mean. Fuck. Excuse me. That's so annoying. What was I saying? Round 1 is just Caio Borralho landing low kicks. He's got his hands by his waist. He's trying to aura farm fighting nerds his way into like a KO, I guess, which he should have gotten, but he fucking sucks. He was clearly landing the better shots on the feet than Reinier de Ridder. He was clearly better than Reinier de Ridder on the feet. Reinier de Ridder got a takedown in the second round, but Caio was landing the better strikes on the feet before then. He didn't do any damage on the ground. And in the third round, it was 2 sloppy, tired middleweights fighting. They're both shit. I told you before when I gave my predictions for this, I said Caio was going to win because he's better on the feet. And I think he can get up from RDR. And I don't think the clinches will work as well for someone like Caio because they're closer in height. And I think Reinier de Ridder's shit. And whoop-de-fucking-do, that's exactly what happened. Reinier de Ridder is dog shit. Caio Borralho is dog shit. He called out Dricus du Plessis. He's not going to beat Dricus whatsoever, but he beat Reinier de Ridder 30-27. Moving on. Now, there's lemon juice sitting here. Damn, look at all these ingredients in this fucking lemon juice. I'm going to take some of it. I'm going to take a shot of lemon juice just for how shit this main event was. On camera. Ugh. Ugh. Why did I do that? Ugh. The main event, the greatest fight in the history of the sport. Max Holloway versus Charles do Bronx Oliveira. This fight revolutionized the way the sport works today, okay? When people talk about the UFC, 20, 30 years from now, there will be Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira, the rematch, at the pinnacle of the sport. I fucking hate Charles Oliveira. I hate Charles Oliveira with all my heart, my soul. Good story. Good come up in his life. I'm sure he's a great human being. I know he is. But as a fighter, I want to see Charles Oliveira slumped out cold with his eyes facing the ceiling in every fight that he has for the rest of his career. I hope he loses every single fight that he has, and I hope he never sees another career resurgence. I hope he never sees the light of day in his career again. Same for Max Holloway, but let's get into the fight. Round 1 starts, and as you would expect, Charles Oliveira is on the front foot. He slams Max Holloway with 2 hard low kicks. Max lands a couple on the feet. He's landing good 1-1-2s. He tried to do a 2-3, misses, but he found the boxing range on the feet with Charles. Charles pushes Max up against the cage, gets a body lock, takes him down, and that's the end of the first round. He does attempt a rear naked choke a couple of times, and it was close to getting it. Round 1 and 2 were his best efforts to finish the fight. Round 1 with being his best effort. They were fresh. He tried an RNC. Max fought it well. He tried a face crank, a deep face crank. Max fought that well. But did anything else happen for the rest of that fight or the rest of that round? No. Okay. Round 2. Same fucking things happen. They're starting off on the feet. Charles walks up to Max and takes him down up against the cage. Gets the back. Landing a couple glancing elbows, this and that and the third. Oh, but that happened. Nothing else happened. Round 3. No strikes on the feet. And Paramount fucking crashes. Paramount completely crashes. It goes black. You don't know what's happening for the entirety of the first 3 minutes of that. That was either round 3 or 4. One of those rounds, Paramount just completely crashes, and that was probably the best part of the entire event because we didn't have to see that fucking shitter. Charles Oliveira, for the moral of the story is, Charles Oliveira took Max Holloway down because Max is a weak, frail little boy, and he just took the back, threatened to choke a couple of times in the first 2 rounds. In the third round, he landed in side control, took half guard, tried to get mount, took half guard, didn't do any damage in the last 3 rounds. That was the moral of the story. That was what happened. I don't fuck with either of these fighters anymore. It's definitely on Max to do more damage or to take more risks, I guess. But it's really not. It's on Charles Oliveira. If this was a Dagestani, if this was Islam, Hamzat, if this was fucking Mario Batista having this performance, we would shit on them. Shit on Charles Oliveira for this shit performance. Thank you, Ilia Topuria, for sleeping him out cold with 1 punch. Thank you. Thank you for never letting him sniff another title in his fucking career. Thank you, Ilia Topuria, thank you, God, for Ilia Topuria existing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, God, for Arman Sarukian existing. Thank you. Thank you, God. We will never, ever see Charles Oliveira touch a light heavyweight belt ever again. Ever. Never. He will never beat Ilia Topuria. In the way that Arman's leveled up, he will never beat Arman. But even if he does, we know Ilia is going to bend him over and fuck him like he did in 2 minutes less than a year ago. Fuck Charles Oliveira. That was one of the worst fights I've ever seen in my life. One of the worst fights I've ever seen in my fucking life. Every time I'm hyped up for an event, for a single fight, it always disappoints in these last couple of years in the UFC. I've been watching the UFC for 10 plus years. These last 2 years of the UFC have been complete and utter abysmal dog shit. The fights that you think are going to be amazing, these revolutionary fights of the sport, always turn out to be shit. There are genuinely 3 fighters in the UFC that I look forward to not having shitters. Yuri Prochazka is the only fighter in the history of the sport that has not had a boring fight ever. He's the only one. There will never be another fighter like Yuri Prochazka. Yuri, Ilya, and Alex Pereira are the only 3 niggas. And Tom Aspinall. I can't fault Tom Aspinall. He's never had a boring fight either. Those are the only 4 fighters who don't have stinkers. Alex's only stinker is because of Ankalaev. But the rest of that shit, fuck these fighters, man. I'm done getting excited for these niggas. Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira. You're so excited. Oh, this is a fucking 2 greats meeting up. They look fucking great in recent time. Oh my gosh, you're so excited. One of the worst fights ever. Hamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. I'm telling everybody I know about Hamzat Chimaev versus Dricus du Plessis. Telling them this fight's going to be amazing. Tune in. I'm getting the eyes to watch this fucking bullshit. And it's garbage. Islam Makhachev versus Jack Della Maddalena. Fucking bullshit. All of these fights are fucking garbage. All of these fights fucking suck. Every fight that you're looking forward to, think about it. Think about it. What was the last hyped up fight before this? JDM Islam. The last hype, like main event, big fight. JDM Islam, one of the worst fights of all time. What was before that? Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane. ends in an eye poke. What was before that? Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev. Alex is the fucking GOAT. He took that bitch out in a minute and a half, a minute and 20 seconds. What was before that? What was before that? What was before UFC 320? 319? Yeah, 319. Hamzat versus Dricus. Shitter. Like, there's only a couple fighters in the sport that are real men, that got real deal balls. Like, they balls hang. They got big ass dicks. It's only a couple of these niggas with big dicks. No bullshit. It's like 6 niggas with big plop on the table of dicks that go out and really put on for the fans. That really put on, that really make the argument why they should get paid more money. Fuck these niggas. I don't care if they get paid shit. I will never ever argue with another motherfucker about UFC fighter pay. I will never do it. Never. They don't deserve no money. Fuck these niggas. They get paid too much money. Clearly. They don't deserve boxer pay. I will never have that argument with anybody ever again. Never. 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 Fuck this sport. Fuck Charles Oliveira. I hope to see him Hold on. Nope. Fuck Charles Oliveira. Fuck Charles. Yes, this is how I want to see Charles Oliveira for the rest of his career. Are you gonna move up? I guess they don't want to move up. Oh, nope. I guess they don't want to move up. This is how I want to see Charles for the rest of his career. Slumped in front of the whole fucking world. That's how I want to see Charles. I want to see Charles like this every fight. Every single fight. You know how I want to see Charles? Whoops. You know how I want to see Charles? Tapping like a fucking quitter. That's how I want to see Charles every single fight. I want to see Charles like this every single fight. Every fight. Every fight. If you sleep Charles Oliveira, you will be my favorite fighter. Or one of them. You'll never replace Alex. But you'll be one of my favorite fighters. If you sleep Charles Oliveira, if you have him looking up at the ceiling like this, I'll love you until I die. Fuck Charles Oliveira. Fuck Max Holloway. Fuck the UFC. Have a good night.